Let's get this started. Alright, I'm trying this again. I tried this yesterday, and I did feel pretty focused, even though I didn't really get things done. But I didn't get things done because I couldn't find anything, because it's irritating. Let's see here. Trying to find it. It's going. Oh, sweet, I hit 290 subscribers. Cool. Cool. Alright, so just a quick recap. I have ADHD, and it seems sometimes body doubling works for me, but I'm at home alone. There's no one here. So I am trying to see if doing a live video and hoping people hop on and watch it in that it will help me feel like, help trick my brain into focus and motivation and all that and whatnot. Let's finish getting everything up for school. Alright, and right now I'm going to try and work on an assignment that was due Sunday night. Oh, sorry. Oh, you know that. But, like I said, I felt pretty focused yesterday. I just couldn't find anything. Right now, I have a list of plants from a certain area, and I'm trying to find animals that interact with those plants. I mean, it's implied that in that same area, but what I've found, so I'm going to school for wildlife conservation and management conservation, whatever. And um, so I deal with a lot of animals and plants and stuff. Plants, I feel, tend to be more annoying because a lot of them have medicinal purposes and stuff, and if you happen to be looking at a plant that's has those, you know, slightly medicinal um, properties or whatever, or potentially medicinal or whatever. Um, a lot of the scholarly articles and stuff that you try and find talk about said uh, medicinal stuff, and then you can't find general information, even if it isn't medicinal. A lot of these things are very. A lot of the stuff you find isn't generic, and that's often what I'm looking for is a generic overview of a plant. And it happens sometimes with animals too, where the articles you find, like most of them, are it's okay, you already know about this animal, or, well, mainly, you know about this plant. You know the basics. So here's some super specific thing. We're going to be talking about its 13th chromosome, and how it interacts with Coca-Cola. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but it's like we're talking about the 13th chromosome, or we're talking about how slight variations in the shape of a 1 millimeter seed affects how it germinates. And I'm like, I don't need that deep of stuff yet. Oh, but right now, that's right. The last thing that was annoying me before I gave up last night was we're comparing um, or linking a plant and an animal. And one thing is, you know, is the plant of management concern, but also is the animal of management concern. And in the overall habitat of the animal, the in this one in particular is Clark's nutcracker. It's a type of bird. In general, it's of no concern. It's very stable and least concern or whatever. But in my state and in the area that I'm looking at, it is vulnerable. So, and I can't find. It's like, okay, well, what do I do? There's like, I have to say, why is it of management concern? And I'm not really finding any of that information. And when you do find articles that you like, the ones that you really like are probably behind a paywall. And yes, through my school, I finally figured out how to find articles that my school provides me access to that otherwise you'd have to pay for. Um, so half of the ones that are behind a paywall I can read now. I had to restart my computer with all my stuff going, and I thought it'd open up my tabs again, but it didn't. So where's my thing with the what am I have it in this? Yeah, I don't think it's actually in this reference list. Yay! But yeah, I don't think anyone's ever watching. I do have it going on my phone. Lols. At least for a little bit. So, yeah, and that's funny. Yesterday, I was taking a peek at the number of people watching, and I saw that someone had watched for a little bit and gone away. They stuck around for like 8 seconds or whatever, and then like an hour later, after I'd ended and everything, I was like, "Oh wait, I think it was me." White bark pine. That's right. And seeing that, um, and recognizing that me was probably the one watching reminded me of a one of my first live stream hangouts where I was just trying to hang out and talk about whatever. Um, I saw that someone was watching, and then So I was talking to this person, realized like, oh yeah, go ahead and leave a comment, or if there's something you specifically want to talk about, or how did you like this or that or whatever, I forget. And then like days later, I had realized it was probably me. So I was talking to myself quite literally. That was funny. Open. What do I want? Put this in a new window. But I might have to do this more often because it seems that it kind of helps. So if you find this and it helps you, I unfortunately won't be having a schedule, at least not right now, on when I'm doing it, because I don't. I look. It's 1 o'clock my time basically, and my plan for today was wake up, get my kids off to school, have breakfast, and then get started on this. And I only got started on this like 10 minutes ago, or actually, however long this stream's been going. So, yay. Wait, is this one that I have downloaded? Where's my downloads? Let's go ahead and delete that. No, that's for cactus. Is this the... No. It's not a cactus. No. Opuntia phaeacantha. Oh man. Phaea. That's a mouthful of oscillations, maybe. Alright, what am I doing? I don't even know anymore. Desert prickly pear. Cool. Yeah. Sometimes when I see it will just let me download an article. I just download them. Sign in. Can't have signed me out. Maybe I just have to do an extra sign in. I don't want to let my dog in. I'm focused. This happens all the time. I get focused. I get doing finally, like I said. So I should have been able to start on my homework at like 9:30 this morning, and I'm only now getting it to it at noon 50. Happens all the time. So annoying. I finally stop procrastinating and start doing my work, and then something happens to distract me. Whether I have to go to the bathroom real bad, or the dog wants in or out, or my children start arguing. Okay, now I want to move. Let's create you your own. Right here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to put you in this window. Anyone want a free husky? I mean, I can't really give her away because my wife and kids like her. Anyone want to take a husky for $20? Like, I'll give you 20 bucks and you can take the husky. I'm kidding. I wish I was serious. I don't want the dog. She annoys me. And of course, since she annoys me, I'm the only one that she really listens to. Because I've heard that happens a lot. person who doesn't want the dog is the one the dog likes the most and listens to the most. Cool. But yeah, anyways, I was focused yesterday doing this and I just couldn't find the information. And I got distracted with making a thumbnail for YouTube, speaking of. Where's. Do I have. Oh, yeah, it's. I didn't. Didn't update tags on Twitch or whatever. Study. Ooh, study with me. Cool. Study session. Study stream. Nice. I like that. Let's do body doubling. Oh, do other people do this too? That's cool. Of course, I didn't even look up to see if anyone else did it. I think there's a app that does something similar. What else do I want to see here? Neuro. Divergent. Neuro. Spicy. How many tags do I have? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 7 or 8, something like that. And then let's do ADHD. Add tag. And then we have 80HD. Add tag. Search for category. Study. Wildlife. I don't like any of these categories. Let's just. Alright. I guess we'll have our content be in English. Cool. I didn't see anywhere to change the thumbnail, so I mean, if I wanted to, I could do my stream language in Portuguese. That'd be interesting. Reading everything in English and speaking in Portuguese, and typing my assignment in English too. Little mental exercises, mental gymnastics, or yoga. Right. But yeah, my school provided 3 websites to use for determining the level of concern for the species, the animal species, and well, I guess you could use it for plant species too. But it 2 of the websites say that Clark's Nutcracker is of no concern, like I mentioned, and one shows that yeah, overall it's pretty, high up on the list. It's got a couple of places that it dips in the U.S., but my state, it's whatever level I said, level 3, I think. Cool. Let's find concern. I'm dealing with an article from 1982 that was, where was it? Okay, the study was conducted in Wyoming, Squaw Basin. Yay. And yeah, you're supposed to use articles that are more recent and everything. But if we search the white bark pine, well, actually, let's search Clark's Nutcracker. Nutcracker. What do we get here? 20. Okay. There is one that was from last year that is actually the Nutcracker, the white bark pine, and the area that I'm looking at. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I get gassy. Okay, I was gonna say, why is the article from 2023 popping up at the top of the list before the one in 20 more recent one in 2024? It's because it's also sorted by relevance. Keystone seed disperser. This one could help too. Oh, this one's from 2025. Undergraduate thesis. So tired, I just want to go to sleep. Been like 10 minutes since I started, something like that. Really? Ugh. 15 minutes. Whatevs. Oh, wow, you just this is a literature review. Hmm. In scholarly articles, you didn't use first person. I also assessed, I found, I collected. I thought it was supposed to be more. Of course, there's thousands of people. There's always going to be whatever. But I thought it was like a study did or it was found. The information was collected. This was posted in May of this year. Oh. Oh. Actually, really good articles. Got a lot of centralization, a lot of information I've already been finding. I don't know why I'm wearing my headphones. I don't have any music going on. I'm not listening to anything. Ooh, sorry, distraction. So we'll be back on track in a second. I was having an issue with my music program the other day. And okay, same issue. If I unplug or plug in my headphones, it will stop working. What am I even doing? Oh yeah, management concern of the Clark's Nutcracker. Yay! Where? Yeah. Um, I searched Clark's Nutcracker, and half of everything is coming up with white bark pine also. It's because they're mutualist. Clark's Nutcracker is really the only disperser of white bark pine seeds, even though many other species eat the white bark pine cones. Bears, squirrels, jays, all of them eat the seeds of the white bark pine, but apparently the only one that has successful dispersal is the Clark's Nutcracker. I spend so much time looking for tiny pieces of information. And the website that shows that it's of concern in Montana doesn't say why. Right. I'm gonna go and end it because I don't know how